Hi, this is Christine with Where's Watson. Happy Pride Month. I'm very pleased to be here today with Ebony and Justine. I'm interviewing them for a couple of reasons, and the first reason is to congratulate them on their Bravo Awards for their work with the Gender and Sexual Diversity Working Group. And so, congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm wondering if you can tell our Where's Watson watchers around what is the Gender and Sexual Diversity Group and how did you get involved?
Yeah, so the Gender and Sexual Diversities Group is a working group within the college of a bunch of people that work in various departments. And we do things that are for gender and sexual diversity. So we plan events that are important to like LGBTQIA moments. Like we've had Trans Day of Remembrance, Trans Day of Visibility, National Coming Out Day, things like that. And then we also try to do projects that will kind of help the community of the college, both staff and students. So things like we did a gap survey to show what kind of areas in the college we need to fix up or we can do better in, or we also did a policy review to make sure that the language we're using is inclusive. Yeah. So, and I got involved because Ebony,
I dragged her in,
did a little tour around the building on my first or second day and was like, oh yeah, this is this thing. And I was like, well, that sounds fun. She's like, you should totally join. And then all of a sudden I was the leader.
Yeah. And thank you for your leadership, both of you. And Justine, you've been leading in the last couple of years to really get the group together and have regular meetings and talk about what the priorities are.
Yeah, I did this year, and then Ebony was the year before. I think the group has only been around for a year, 2 years.
2 years.
2
I
years.
think we've had official positions, and I think we had some people kind of doing the work before that who set the groundwork for it and really set us up to kind of come together in a more formal way.
Oh,
yeah.
Wonderful. So Ebony, I'm wondering if you can talk a little bit about the vigil behind us. So today we're in a Pride Vigil, and I'm wondering if you can talk about the significance of the vigil.
Yeah, I think vigils are really important across the 2S LGBTQIA plus community here at home and worldwide. They allow us to learn from and reflect on those who have come before us, and whether those people have gone at the end of their journey or been taken too soon, it allows the rest of the community to pick up the light that they've left behind and carry it forward into progress and help make those spaces that they've left behind more inclusive. It builds a shared sense of history for a community that doesn't have enough history books about it yet.
Yeah.
So it's really an important event, and it's something that the SA has. It's part of our college history. It's been going on a few years at the SA, and I believe into pre-pandemic we've had Pride Vigils. So it's really an important ongoing event here at the college.
Justine, I'm wondering if you can talk about the importance of the working group, including both staff and students, because the Student Association is a part of the working group, and we're really looking at a whole community approach to supporting 2S LGBTQIA staff and students.
Well, it is very important for both staff and students because it gives us a chance to connect. A lot of students might not see a majority of us face to face. So I think it's important for us as the hidden workers to be able to let them know that we're also there and we're also fighting for their rights as students, as 2S LGBTQIA individuals. And I think it's also very important that the SA and our group meet together in the middle, because ultimately they're the what's the word I'm looking for? They're the person that we want to connect with so that they can make sure that the students are getting the messages. They're going to be the person that's going to make sure that all the little bits are lining up and the messages are going where they need to go, because ultimately, well, I haven't been a student here for a very long time, so I don't know exactly all of the channels aside from, student news and some events, but that's where the SA can come in, and they can also support the students in that way with us. So it's very, very wonderful relationship, and all the people in the SA are very helpful, and they've always been a lot of them have gone above and beyond their normal duties to help with the group. So it is very much appreciated.
Wonderful. And of course, we're standing outside the Spectrum, which is a student association space, but all are welcome. And we've had lots of great events here. Ebony, I'm wondering if you can talk, you've talked a little bit about history. So we have an event coming up that actually talks about the Pride history in Winnipeg, and we have a speaker coming in. So I'm wondering if you can talk a little bit about that event.
Yeah, absolutely. That will take place on June 18th from 11:30 to 12:30. It's the Canadian Pride Historical Society, and we'll be having the chair and CEO of that organization come and speak on the history of Pride in Canada and specific to the Winnipeg area. So again, building on our shared history and providing an inclusive lens and look at our city and our province's history when it comes to the queer community. And we hope people will come out to the Roundhouse Auditorium at Manitoba Bidazige and join us for that event on June the 18th from 11:30 to 12:30.
Wonderful.
Also, I'm just going to add this.
Of course.
Also, if you are a person that is at NDC and can't make it to EDC, we will be having a live stream, and we're going to be opening it up to the public as well. So it's not just the fabulous college members. It's everybody that is interested in history. So if you're a history buff, or I like to say history nerd, then this is the talk for you, and you should absolutely find a way to either tune in online or come and visit us in person. There will be snacks.
Oh, snacks.
People like snacks.
That's right. Yes. And as a preview, we are also, RC Polytech is actually hosting the Queer Leadership Symposium in October, which is a huge event for us to be hosting for the first time. And I know that Ebony and I attended last year, and we're so very excited to be hosting this year in October. So stay tuned for that. Finally, I know that both of you work in the library, and people might be really interested during Pride Month to kind of get in touch with some resources, learn more about the history. I know that we've got some resources that have been collated from the library, and I'm wondering if you can share a little bit about what that means and where can they access those?
Yeah, absolutely. So library, super inclusive, #1 inclusivity space. Definitely come and see us. But we do have a guide for gender and sexual diversity that just kind of has an overview of different resources on a number of topics like gay, lesbian, two-spirit, a little bit of the history. It touches on all of that. But beyond that, that's just a little sampling of what we have. We have tons of books. We have tons of resources. All of our reference technicians at the front are very, very well versed in research. So if there's something that you are interested in, a passion project or something that you can tie in for educational purposes, they can help you find those resources. The guide can be found on the library homepage. I think it's under the guides.
It's under the guides.
It's called Guides tab. So you can
look
for the Guides tab, and yeah, you can access it there. And a lot of work has gone into it, so it's pretty good. Pretty good.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Well, as you know, as a queer leader in an organization that values and supports and celebrates and honors to LGBTQIA community and students and staff, again, I want to thank you for your leadership, for your passion, for your commitment to making sure that what we're doing at RC Polytech matters. So thank you.
Happy Pride, Christine.
Thank you.
Happy Pride.
Happy Pride.